You've got the bull market average duration. You go back to 17, back to 21, and now you're talking about 24, 25 here. What shocked me about this graph, Alex, is how short those bull cycles were in 17 and in 21. You've got 3 months in 17 and basically 4 to 5 months at the end of 21. Man, that's not much time to make that money.
Yeah. And in the really heated part of the summer, as you said, it's 3 months, 4 months, potentially 4 to 6 months. So that when it gets really, really scorching hot outside, where you need your cream and all that kind of stuff, that's when you start thinking about, autumn and fall and be ahead of time and go against your emotions. Because we talked about this many times, Brian, but fighting greed is so much harder than fighting fear, right? It's so hard. What if it goes up more? You tell me that all the time. But what if it goes up another 2x? What about a 3x,
And it's so hard. And, we have a group of people called our investment club. It's like 133 people, hardcore London reelers, and we all invest together. So this 20 million in capital, we all invest. And I'm already starting to tell them that we need to start getting in the mindset of taking profits. The problem with euphoria is when you're inside of it, you don't think it's ever going to end. And a lot of people look back at their life and they look at the bad decisions they made in bad times. But I think it's the bad decisions you made in good times. What I call it is the wake up in Las Vegas with a tattoo on your arm and a newly married bride or husband next to you. And you're like, what the hell just happened? You just had the greatest party of your life last night and you woke up to some bad decisions. That's what these bull markets can do. And you think you're invincible, you think you're Superman. And if you look at some of the icons of the last cycle, from Do Kwon to Bankman-Fried to Mashinsky, they all thought they were God because they were printing money. Everybody around them thought they were gods because they were printing money, and they thought it would never come down, and it always does. And so it's time right now for everybody to talk to themselves and say, hey, we got to take profits. And one of my guests on the show once said something really good. He said, Brian, nobody ever went broke taking profits.
Absolutely.
But the problem is, as humans, when we take profits.
Joining the investment club can bring you the opportunity for peace of mind, wealth, resources, community, and a more joyful time. It was a whole new world for me to hear about cryptocurrency, an alternative to the traditional banking system that we have. The investment club gives us a chance to think about what wealth really is, to have the freedom to live your life that you want. In just 1 month that I've been a part of the investment club, I have listened to so many visionaries with new ideas in the world of music, in the world of finance, in the world of artificial intelligence. When I have questions, there's members of the club willing to support and help and want to see one another gain experience and knowledge.
And the next day the crypto goes up even 1%, you walk around hating yourself because you left money on the table. But here's the truth. No one out there is ever going to buy the low and sell the exact high. So don't try to. If you're within 20% or 30% of that, you're going to make more money than you ever need. And so try to start thinking about this discipline now. So important.
So important.
So important. And yet I know experts in this market that didn't do it in the last cycle.
Yeah.
That told all their people to put their stop losses in and then later told me live on my episodes that they didn't put any in.
Didn't put any in.
And rode Bitcoin from 69 down to 16. So yeah. Manage those emotions, right?
Life learnings, right?
Yeah. Look, your next chart is talking about the duration of the cycle. And I think this is really, really important because right now, Bitcoin has gone up from, I think a year ago, it was in the 30,000s.
Yeah.
And now it's right around 100,000. And yet we think this has some ways to go here. And so it's already been going up. I guess you could call this the spring or parts of early summer.
Yeah.
But it's already gone on for a while. I guess the longest bullish cycle so far.
Yeah, exactly. So the first part of the summer is supposed to be 12 to 15 months is what we forecasted actually last year.
Okay.
So because the bull cycle started in November of 23, it's actually been 15 months for the first part of that markup stages. And technically, we're supposed to have only 4 to 5 months left from now, which should be the euphoria stages. But because of all the uncertainty now, is that there going to be delays? Are we going to rely, as you said, on Trump and his administration to send us into the last euphoria stages? That's something that unfortunately we can't really tell. And that's why, like one single signal is not enough. It's good to have 3 to 5, right? If one goes off, then I say, okay, what else can I look at in order to understand when I need to start taking profits and generate that wealth to go through the winter?
It is so hard to do because when Bitcoin hit its high at 69,000 and you were at London Real Studios and we did that epic episode, everybody in the market, everybody thought we were going to hit 100K by Christmas, or at least we were going to be much higher. Everybody thought this was the beginning and everybody was wrong. And when everyone's wrong, the market usually sells off hard because everyone's positioned the same way. And so just because everybody on crypto Twitter is telling you the same thing, they're not going to know necessarily when this is at the top either. Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.